Hey guys, welcome back to MaxCast, Dawn of Unification. Today I have a 1 vs 1 for you on Titan's Fall. We have on the southern edge MrBlueDude playing Ynnari, and on the northern side we have GabPR playing Chaos Demons.
Messages through shadows spread. Phantasmagorically shielded tanks ahead. Their aspect hue turns mortal red. Upon wraith-bone feet your doom will tread. Thus ends the prophecy.
Okay, with the prophecy out of the way, we will now look to the openers. Actually, we have 2 Furies and 1 Soul. Then the Demon Lord, no second Soul, lesser Demon Portal. Let's see what demons he will get. 2 Storm Guardians, 2 squads of Storm Guardians, into Warriors, into a Gen, into Ynnari, of course. No Armory. But we have very annoyingly very aggressive Furies on the other side for GabPR. Let's quickly look through the Crone Thought locations. Yeah, one is inaccessible over here. Other than that, they are really nicely placed. I do not think you can access to this one, but this is accessible, even though it doesn't look like it and this, but no way you can get 5. Also no benefit for the no real benefit for the Chaos Demons to get those and get your demonic shrine. Yes, you get the aura around, which will give your demons morale, but other than that, no real benefit to get use all the requisition for that. We have hounds for GabPR, which is I still think hounds are. I'm not sure. They good. They are fast. They can detect. They can also eat to make them more tanky, which is something most people do not use. I highly recommend to do so. We have Ynnari, first squad of warriors out. Will there be a second one? I guess so. Yeah, you always get 2 squads of warriors, 1 squad. They work good in pairs, as I say often enough. We have the Chaos Lord coming in, and yeah, one big shout out. GabPR is back. I don't know the first casts I did back in the day in 5.9.1 was a lot of GabPR, because he was back in the day the best Unification player. Today he is still one of the best, but not the best in my book. So, but I'm really excited to have him back. Yeah, let's see how he does. Chaos Demon is one of his signature factions. Other are Dark Eldar and Sisters of Battle, for example. Very high mobility, high damage factions. So now these they're dealing actually good damage. Ah, there's Ynnari. I was wondering how these Storm Guardians would deal so much damage, but okay. We have still some hounds going in. I think it's still the same hounds we had earlier. Upgrading listing posts, building some more listing posts. How is it looking for GabPR? He was very aggressive over here, lost this point. Now this point he will maybe lose. Has he all his points? The relic is still missing. There's a second squad of hounds coming in, and these hounds will probably lose against Ynnari, if I would need to bet. They are in a range of the demonic shrine, and if you upgrade it, you get an AoE damaging aura around the shrines. In the base we have more hounds. It's like here 1 squad of hounds. Okay, it's 2 squads. One got melted down. This one is supported by the Demon Lord, so they will not lose their warp connection, you could say. This one got smacked and survived, but fighting here in the upgrade listening post is probably not the wise choice. Do we get another warrior squad? Yeah, so it will be 3 warrior squads against the melee usage preference of the Chaos Demons. No tier 2 yet here, no tier 2 possible here. You need the circle something. More hounds. Okay, I'm looking forward to see some hounds eat, not gonna lie. With so many hounds you will need to eat some bodies. But he takes the relic from the opponent, does not have his own relic, but is up for taking the opponent's relic. He now probably takes it with his Furies, but other than that it's looking not so good actually. He has this point, he loses this point, no points on the enemy side, so economy wise only 68 to 10 for Ynnari, 78, 9 for Chaos Demons, which isn't really high as well. But ooh, having these warriors in melee against these hounds is really, really... this hurts to see. Probably an oversight. Now he reacts. And now is the time where you need to send one squad eating. You have 2 squads here. Come on. Eat. He has no eat. Or does he? No, it's 7 members, I guess. Is it showing the members? No, it's is it? It shows the members. There's Ynnari in here. She makes a big old AoE attack here, but surrounded by hounds. I think she will be eaten alive here in a second or two. Poor Ynnari, surrounded by flesh hounds. No way she can go out here. Actually does go back into Lesser Demon Portal and let her live for some reason. Probably has some issues around the map. Yeah, he needs to get one hound over here. He needs to maybe reinforce this Demon Lord, which oh my god, all the hounds in the world are now in the Ynnari base. Are they good against... No, infantry and morale. They are not the hounds of the World Eaters. The World Eater hounds do good building damage, but we can now see it. It's the Chaos Lord probably, the Demon Lord doing the damage here. We have now another warrior. One warrior squad gets killed. 1, 2, 3 as still 3 warrior squads, but there are a lot of hounds. Get more hounds, they say. What are you gonna do with your warriors if there are hounds? Still tier 1, tier 2 on the way. Is it the soul upgrade? No, it's the resource upgrade. No tier 2 on the way for GabPR, so maybe some vehicles or something in tier 2 can turn the tide. Or let me think about it. Maybe striking scorpions, but the infiltration doesn't use anything against the hounds. Death Jesters would not be the best choice. He has no armory, so he cannot get any tropes or anything. Tropes would probably win melee against the flesh hounds if I would need to make a bet. But he can just get a vehicle production building and some war cores or some whatever Harlequin thing is called. Did all flesh hounds die while I was talking about tier 2 options? Probably yes. The Fury is taking down this listening post over here. It takes some time. It's a 2. It's fully reinforced Furies. He does not have the upgrade building. I don't see it anywhere. So still a deep tier 1. We have some guardians with warlocks. We have this point here. This generator placement is phenomenal. We have no greater things yet. Yeah, we're just hitting tier 2, getting the webway support portal. So this is probably where the tides will turn. We have now 89, 98 to 20 against 90. So the economy very in favor of MrBlueDude here. Dark Circle finally coming for GabPR, very late on the tech part, and there will be, what will coming? Warwalkers, Talos, the shiny floaty guys. There he goes for Warwalkers. Warwalkers are very good unit. They can have multiple weapons you can cycle through, you could say, which will deal, which can deal with every unit type you can counter. It will take some time to get them. Now finally retaking his relic here. Deep drop in the economy. Did he lose an upgraded LP or something? Oh, this one. No, this one. Maybe losing this point here or whatever. But he needs power, which he has now. Warwalker, the first Warwalker coming in. Ynnari still alive. I did not saw any upgrades for Ynnari, so she still has only the first thing. GabPR though, anticipating vehicles, getting some horrors. Now, I mean, horrors are really good against infantry as well, as it's more or less the only ranged unit you have in tier 1. Now getting another fire tongue here, setting Ynnari within these stairs. The horrors are getting focused by warriors, but warriors in the direct fight, there are no upgrades for the warriors, no armor upgrades or anything. So yeah, they hurting. And there's the Warwalker. The Warwalker needs to be focused down by these pink horrors as soon as it can. Ynnari hurting here, second Warwalker hitting the field. GabPR, is he on the way to tier 2? No. The question is, What does he go for? Has he anything in the Lesser Demon Portal production? Yeah, more horrors, so he got for the specialization of minions, which is for most scenarios I think the superior. Warwalkers are cool and do some damage. Okay, they have 1.3k health. I thought they have less, something similar in the health as a sentinel. And you see here he has this star cannon. Getting this, I think this little laser beam is the star cannon. Scatter laser is the first upgrade, and then the star cannon. Okay, the star cannon is a big blue laser, and the other one is a smaller blue laser. So he goes for mixed upgrades. And now missile launchers. Breaking enemy morale, which is exactly what I was thinking about. Actually, I wasn't sure if it broke morale or not, or does just AoE damage and disruption. But breaking the enemy morale is what you want for against Chaos Demons. So, some more hounds coming in. They didn't eat yet. Jesus, give them something to eat. These poor fellows are hungry. We have a greater warp generator, and when GabPR will hit tier 2 at some point, he wants to get the what is it called, this infernal lab or something. But we have a lot of horrors, and this Warwalkers will hurt dearly. Oof, survives, just survives. So the Warwalkers, yeah, right choice here. Needs to go to the enemy base. Oh, he goes for Bright Lances right away. Wow, want to kill the buildings. Bright Lances, very expensive, as you need to cycle through all the 4 weapon options and very time consuming, but once you get them, they are really strong. Now we have some warriors killing some hounds there with the horrors, laying waste in the economy, so it's more or less a base trade scenario here. Losing the Lesser Demon Portal, he needs to rebuild the Lesser Demon Portal at some way. There he goes. The production time now will be normal as the first one died. Horrors holding firm. There's one squad that is unsupported. There needs to be a soul or something attached to them. I'm not sure if the Demon Lord is not attached to a horror squad yet. Now he is, so one squad will get morale. Even decapping the strategic point economy is really low. Losing a generator momentarily. What is this? Witches. Witches coming in for melee. And witches are very good against commander armor, but not if they got shot to death by pink horrors. So there's getting... He goes for the warp gate. Oh my god, how is the damage of these bright lenses? 2 bright lenses, that's really big damage. Getting secondary bright lenses here, melting all buildings. You need a horror squad or something. I'm not sure. I think, yeah, your demonic shrines stay, but all your buildings will lose connection to the warp once your HQ is lost. I'm not sure if this lesser demon portal will survive. There's a base trade going on. There's only now there's too many buildings. It's only this building, right? Is there another building for GabPR somewhere? It is not. This is the last building, and these 2 Warwalkers will focus it down, and this should be the game, right? Ah, he built a warp gate in the enemy base. Of course, you build something in the vicinity where your pink horrors are. The pink horrors is something the Warwalkers cannot really touch. So he cannot reinforce his army, but this MrBlueDude cannot reinforce his army either. He will get the point of the enemy, so full base trade here, getting the warp signatures. The warp signatures actually will die before finishing, as the warp, the chaos gate, the warp gate is not finished yet. We have another infantry portal next to a greater warp generator, getting also the warrior upgrade, warrior stone, the Dark Elder aspect stone, but he will lose his HQ. He will not lose his tech progress, as the tech progress is research based, so he will still be a tier 2, whereas GabPR, his tech is add-on based, so he lost his tier 2. He wasn't even tier 2 in the first place. Just noticing. How's the bank? A lot of float because he cannot build anything for MrBlueDude. No float for GabPR, so in terms of bank and rebuilding capacity, he has no option to get or he has something. He could get some warriors or something from the infantry portal. I think, as you are still tier 2, you can get witches, right? Right? You can get witches? Losing his HQ here will hurt. This Chaos Gate will take forever, the Warp Gate. But will finish at some point. 5k health. The economy of GabPR is really low. He has these two demonic shrines in the enemy base, but MrBlueDude was not idling. He's getting a Weapon Gate now to increase his unit capacity, getting Weapon support portal. As I said, he's still tier 2. All he needs is the armory, I guess. There's the soul armory. I didn't even see. Getting what now? Hellions. Interesting. Probably wants to jump into these pink rows. Hellions. Okay, this was the first part of the prophecy, was to get one squad of Hellions. So he has now fulfilled it, but he has no HQ where you can progress the prophecy. Not even that he would be able to finish it. The second part was something with Harlequin vehicle. So we have this weird position now where there is a listening post over here, soul armory and the warp generator. The demonic shrines are in the enemy base. Are they not building or are they losing health? They're now regenerating. Probably they lost health as well as the Chaos Gate, the Warp Gate wasn't there. I wasn't aware that your LPs also lose health. Now having Shredder Rifles and Dark Matter Blasters, mixed loadout. As you have the Soul Armory, you can get these weapons now. So we have some horrors skulking around over here. More listening posts, so the economy kind of goes up. There's the second HQ. The newly built HQ, so it's still weird. There's still some Furies around. We have a fight here, some Storm Guardians, and now the Warriors coming in. The Warriors will probably turn the tide. The capping will stop here. The Dark Matter Blaster doing AoE damage, doing the damage here. There are some Hellions that want to go into melee against these horrors, so the ranged force can fire freely. These Furies lost connection, these horrors lost connection. This one losing morale as well. They will lose connection to the warp at some point. There are no souls to be built. I'm not sure yet. HQ got rebuilt, but there are no real souls to connect to there. The Storm Guardians going into melee. Everybody goes into melee. This Warwalker trying to go in for the kill again for the Warp Gate, but there are so much horrors and everywhere. I'm not sure. More Warwalkers. I'm not really sure how Gab can take this back. His demonic shrine, he needs to rebuild. This one survived. He has no economy. He has 57. Some demonic power remains. Getting now lesser demon portal. He has some economy in these warp signatures. Each warp signature gives you plus 5 income, but there's probably the last attack. He has only these horrors, and the horrors will get tight. This is 2 squads of Hellions. No, this is 1 squad of Hellions, but the Storm Guardians also forcing melee combat. His Warwalk is just focusing down the last remaining economy here. Dark Matter Blasters going in as well. This looks really dire. There's one horror squad that can fire, but it fires at these Storm Guardians. I mean, the chaos is really strong when they are next to their buildings, but still there's no real way. The introduction got rebuilt, so the tier progression can continue. He has lost so many units, he probably can just click the soul add-on for the tier 3 if he wants to. Soul research. But yeah, there's some screamers as well going for the warriors here, but there is nothing you can really get. I mean, you cannot support this. There's some more witches now going into melee as well. The Storm Guardians losing morale against the horrors because of the Warp Gate aura, which decreases morale. There's a newly spawned, or no, it's not the newly spawned, but it's another Demon Lord coming in. This is mayhem. Everybody fighting in melee, even the Warwalkers just going left and right. The Furies coming back in from whatever job they have done. I think, yeah, the warp generator is still online. This is the big float for MrBlueDude here. He needs to get tier 3, I would say. He probably has enough souls. Or he needs to boost his requisition income. If he probably does when I look at this. You can boost your income, requisition or power, or both. For 4 souls, I think it is, for a limited amount of time. So in the end, the the Storm Guardians meleeing, the Hellions and Witches going into melee, saving the Warwalkers from their doom against these horrors, seal the deal. The base trade, these Warwalkers Bright Lances are really strong. Really strong for tier 2 indeed. But yeah, very fragile in that they can be taken down by anti-vehicle very easily, and you need quite some time to get them, as you need to cycle through all the various weapons. Very nice game. Until the end I wasn't really sure who wins. I saw the economy for MrBlueDude, but GabPR kept taking favorable trades with his horrors and everything. Wow, what a game. Thanks MrBlueDude for sending it, for sharing it in the group. Not sending it to me in particular, but yeah, sharing it in the Discord group. Yeah, and as usual guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.